Welcome back, Twitch viewers, and tonight we're going to be casting. Welcome to Team Down TV. Team Down TV casting the second game in this bit of a round robin style format. This is the Vox Eminor Battlegrounds Season 2 Qualifier 1, proudly sponsored by Netgear. So big shout out to those guys. And look, we're into the second game, just waiting for Control's fifth player, and it is Control Esports against Encore. And joining me at the commentary desk is none other than Sniper and my crime and partner in crime, Sniper.
Oh, Matt.
And I kind of mucked that up. I just practiced that intro for about 10 minutes beforehand, and again,
you practiced it
the
too much.
little mistake.
now you can't get it out.
Couldn't do it again if you tried, though.
Yeah, okay, look guys, we're going to just reattempt this like a take two kind of attempt, so apologies, but nah, look, we're going to a serious kind of talk here. Encore, Control Esports, both teams have completely stomped their opponents in the first game here, now meeting up in round two. This is a game we're going to be getting pumped for. Encore with the additions of Fakedown, who recently left Regulators, and the addition of Chris, who was a former Avant-Garde team member, you know, joining forces here. This lineup on paper is absolutely phenomenal, and has, you know, the leading, the in-game leader of Has at hand as well. I don't think I could see Encore actually faulting here, but again, we do go against, they're going against Control Esports. We have to say this, when they versed Hellfire, and it was a battle of the 1.6s, it was clearly stated and shown and demonstrated, I should say, actually, the ultimate word demonstrated, that Control Esports are a force to be reckoned with. They are your Season 3 Division 2 champions, and look, they clearly outclassed all the teams that came against them, and I can only imagine Encore are in for one hell of a night.
Look, it's going to be a great showdown, I hope. It depends on which team gets CT. Hopefully, I'm a little bit biased. I want Control to win this. No reason in particular. I just think it would be good. I love these guys. They're 1.6s. They're underdogs. You know, why not back them?
Oh, well, definitely. And I don't think it's any bias or anything. It's just, you know, we're allowed to have these predictions going, guys. And guys, in Twitch, you viewers, get some predictions happening. Who do you think is going to come out on top? You know, with the recent performances demonstrated in the last ODC between from these two teams, you know, who's actually going to come out on top? It's going to be an interesting game. We do see the knife round going live, and this is it. Encore, Control Esports, they will meet at the outer section here, and they will have it out with the Battle of the Knives. Again, this map, commonly known as a CT-sided map, but there are times where teams are able to exploit it and able to have a decent T-half rather than the CT half, so we never know. But
Woo!
So we do see we got some you know, pumped up feelings here. We've got some excitement going with Control actually winning the knife round. It'll more than likely, yeah, we do see Control actually picking CT
if they
side.
swapped, I would have joined up the server and slapped them. That's my trick.
Ooh, shots fired. But nevertheless, look, Encore starting on the T side, we do see Control on the CT side. This is going to be an important piss around for Encore. They need to win it and actually get an early lead happening. If they allow Control to actually win the piss around, again, we might see a bit of a complete whitewash game, but you never know with these two teams. Control being quite a long-term 1.6 team, and also Encore more of a mixture of 1.6 but more source commonly known players. Sniper, you've actually versed these guys as well quite like many times. Like, do you have any insight to give to us about these players and the two teams we're seeing?
Yeah, look, we versed both these teams yesterday. RGL, the team I was helping out, and we went double overtime against Encore, which shows that they're definitely a force to be reckoned with. Fake Dan's AWP was just going insane yesterday, as was holding off the A staircase single-handedly, and Chris was just roaming and doming everything. So I think, you know, they're the heavy favourites coming into this game. You've got Blackout and Inertia who need to really step it up today to prove their worth in this lineup. with Haz calling, these guys have got no pressure on them really. They should just be fragging. Then you've got the control players, 1.6s. They've played Nuke more times than some people have had hot dinners. They should be able to figure out how to play this new version of Counter-Strike pretty good now. They've been playing it a while. They're all respected 1.6s, and look, I haven't seen much of them. They won Div 2, so that says that they're not exactly idiots. And I'm actually not sure what's going to happen on this pistol round. Like, I don't know how either of the two teams will play it out, but I'm guessing you won't see anything very silly from the tees. Maybe an outside push.
So here we go, pistol going live. It is underway, the first round of the first half, and this is it. Encore now opting to, they do seem to have a bit of a four-man push it out as now with the bomb actually lacking, so popping a few decoys here. And now the Encore boys, it will be a complete outer push into Secret, and already we see Christowell copying some damage and shots are being fired. Saar, the first one in Vent to encounter these boys, and Encore Blackout gets the opening frag for this round, so that's a brilliant start for the Encore boys. Now can they capitalize it? Christowell picks up frag, Inertia going big, and all of a sudden it's a 2 versus 4 situation. So good on the flank, Heavy H caught out from Vents, taken down from Fake Dan, and now it's a 1 versus 4. So good, the last player alive. Does have a kid at hand, but will go down to Inertia. The Glock proving too strong in this pistol round, and already we see Encore off to a brilliant start.
Just a great round by Encore though. You could see everything that they brought up at the start of the round. It was well planned. The perfect smokes and everything. Got straight down the Secret or Ghetto stairs. And unfortunately Control didn't see that coming. And the rotate wasn't perfect. Dropping down the vents and they were already there. So it's up to Control now. They've got the new gun. It's anything's possible is what you should call it. And let's just see what they can pull off.
I usually nickname that pistol as a minigun because it's just phenomenal up close.
You can't even tell if it's a Galil or not if you hear it across the map.
Just decimates players left, right and center. The only problem is 12 for 12, you've only got 2 chances to try and utilize it before that's it.
Yeah. But they've got a good stack happening here with the ordinary lane pistols holding the decent angles, and then you've got this baity OP weapon about to pop out when they see someone, so this is Encore's round to lose.
Pred's already happening, but we do see a bit of a stack happening at the ramp section. Coke playing a close line there, Fake Dan with that CZ. We just spoke about it. Takes out Saar, but Heavy H with the trade-off, and now Haz makes his way into upper side with that bomb, and look, completely left open.
Yeah, this is definitely a gutsy weak buy here by Encore. They haven't spent all their cash, and they've used Fake Dan just to suss out what's going on. The money man strategy, I think it used to be called, and now you've got the CTs opting to save their $300 pistols, which is still... Oh, they've got armor as well. I didn't even notice that, so it's a good call by them to save.
So another round will go towards Encore, but yeah, that is actually a decent round. I mean, with the armor at hand, you can go into the next round with a better chance at winning that and bringing it back as well. And also the possibility, I think you can actually wreck the T's money system as well, like the economy side, if you come away with the 3rd round win.
Oh, if they came away with a win this round, it really would have upset the T's. But the T's went for a light buy, so really they could have, and they got the bomb down, so they could have bought again. But the 3rd round buy is something you don't want to advise. Like, it's too late. You think about it from the T's point of view. They bought crappy weapons on the 2nd round because they didn't know you had armor. The 3rd round, they know you had armor and they saved, so they're going to buy proper guns this time. When you die on the 2nd round, it's a different mentality to the 2nd round starting out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Alrighty, well, 3rd round underway, and again, the Encore boys just seem to hold up the positions on the T side. We do see Fake Dan closely working his way into ramps, and Encore Blackout watching that hotline for any aggression push, but action happening at ramp, and Saar gets the actual opening frag onto Fake Dan. So this is a good start for Control Esports. Now with that player out of the picture, and also picking up a cheap SMG, it's going to help them out in this round here, as we do see action happening at outers as well. So Chriso, trying to get that pick onto that player at ladder base. Oh, Dinks! I believe it's Saar, dropped down to 6 HP it is. Must be extremely low, nevertheless. It was 6 HP, and again Blackout and Christowell picking up some frags. This time Christowell manages to finish off Saar. And the Encore boys played this out extremely well. They worked their picks, waited for the aggressive push, and now opted to push ramp straight into unders. and we do see Control now left up in a 3 versus 4 retake session situation. He has does manage to plant the bomb down. Heavy H on the flank here, picks up a frag, and Chris has too strong in the air, picking up the next 2 frags here. Now left up to Oxy in a 1 versus 3. Make that a 1 versus 2. Oxy, one off the science USB with that 1v3. I think it was one of the railings there at ramp. Manages to pick up that frag. He has picked up an MP7 by the likes of it, and is actually creeping around out of here. So I wonder if he's opting to save this MP7.
What Oxy's hoping to do now is just to get an exit frag. They've got 3 kills, which is excellent. It's keeping their money down a little bit. If he can get 1 more here, it doesn't matter. He didn't pay anything for that MP5 or whatever, MP7, so he doesn't care, but it was a good attempt anyway.
So now with the 4th round at hand, we do see Control Esports in a position to buy up, which they've done. Soygood with the AWP, and myself and PDG actually made note of this about Soygood. He is a deadly player with that AWP. I mean, once he's on fire, he can definitely turn tables around and wreck Encore on the spot. Encore opted to do a complete rifle buyout with a lot of flashbangs and smokes, and completely decked out with this sort of setup.
Oh jeez, Heavy H, I don't think he knew he didn't have armor then. I don't know what he was doing. He bought a ton of grenades, and then to do an aggressive strat without armor, like, why'd he buy all those grenades? And now we've got Fake Dan who opted to buy an AK instead of an AWP. Now we get the AWP on the CT to mop up. When a 1 versus 2 situation, this is very doable.
He has fallen back all the way to secrets, to the secret stairs here, and opting to try and push his way into the van. Sniper, would you say this is an ideal position to actually try and come out?
No, don't mock it. It's unorthodox, and sometimes, you know, it's against the book. It's what you got to do. You know, if you play by the book, they're going to know what you're doing every time. It's just these silly things. You know, he had a good chance, then he just got unlucky with the positioning of the Encore players.
That was actually extremely unlucky. I mean, to find two of the Encore boys sitting in hut. I mean, it's a rare
They have a very strange style of clutching. I noticed that when I watched the VOD from our game yesterday on Mirage, and they're very weird when they clutch. Like, they're either right next to each other or they're on opposite sides of the map. There's no in between, you know. So, looks like we got Hazard getting DDoSed.
Oh, he's having a bit of a ping spike happening out of nowhere, so bit of lag, net issues, but nevertheless, we do see Encore boys once again trying to make the push into uppers, and Saab with the aggressive hut push manages to pick up a frag with Chris O'Reilly sitting there with the mop up, and oh, what a shot by Inertia onto Soygood. So Soygood unlucky to catch off Inertia, and Fake Dan with the last frag down. Another round going to Encore, 0-5 in favour of Encore. This is a brilliant start.
Yep, great start for Encore. I mean, Fake Dan, he didn't opt to AWP straight away. He had 9 grand of cash to do it. He's picked up Soygood's AWP, and now it's going to be the AWP battle outside. Heavy H picks up some armor this time. Let's see what can happen. Hopefully CTs opt to take it defensively and no silly rushes this round.
They do have the one player, that is Soygood, popping around ours. Manages to get the opening frag onto Fake Dan. Extremely fast reactions there. Now Saab with the intel given, trying to set up this crossfire here for the Control boys. But again, the smokes and flashbangs proving too short. Saab picks up 2 headshots there through the smoke. Takes out Chriswell and Blacker on the cross into secret. And all of a sudden, Encore in a 2 versus 5 situation. The last 2 players remaining, Has and Inertia, and Has in a bit of a struggle here. And out is getting taken out through the box, through the smoke.
Jesus.
Soygood going huge here, and Inertia now trying to make a game out of this. Manages to get
nice work,
Inertia. Inertia in a 1 versus 3 now. Was the turn once again. Can Inertia pull Encore out of this mess in this round here? 46 seconds left on the clock, and again Inertia tries to fake the push into secret, but we do have Coke hovering around and watching that line. Does have the intel of Inertia and knows exactly where he is, and only time will tell.
Unlucky there by Inertia. I just wanted to be in his ear then and just say, look, you've already done your job. You've got the 2 kills. You've ruined their money on those blokes. The guy that had the AWP. And, you know, just wanted to say no pressure now and just see what he could do. But unfortunately, the CTs had the better positioning and knew everything that was going on there. But I can't believe that shot. Out-AWPing Fake Dan. He was all over it. He knew exactly that the guy was going to get on CD box. And he still died. And then Chris O'Well with an unfortunate team flash and gets punished. So little mistakes, getting punished. This is a top game.
We do see, like, even the best guys, this is for you Twitch viewers, if you're new to the game, even the best do make mistakes. It happens. So, you know, it comes down to how you can resolve them during the round and trying to make up for it. You do see Encore trying to spam through the hut wall there. Is he getting any damage? No, he's not. We do see a bit of a TK happening from Haz, so unfortunate enough. But again, Crusoe, well, spamming through the squeaky opens a hole through that door there and takes out Sar unexpectedly. So all of a sudden, control under the pump. Now we see the push commencing from Encore into the upper side. Heavy haste picks up a frag. Coke there to crossfire, but it's all over Red Rovers. Fake down and Blackout do mop things up here in a 2 versus 3 situation. Now we do see the control boys on the back foot once again. Soygood with that, or Oxy with the silence M4. This is still quite doable here, but Encore in pretty good positions to try and hold out this retake. As, in this sort of position, Sniper, would you expect these guys to try and save or actually go for it?
I don't know what to think really. I mean, it's up to them. It's their choice. They thought they could do something then. Soygood has no option but to save. Good positioning, impeccable positioning by Encore as usual. Wow, that was really good. There's no way that the CTs, if they knew that they could retake.
Soygood, he actually spots the last 2 remaining players here, so no,
wow.
He's not gonna frag. So a bit of a close call there with Soygood with the ult, but Control Esports in a position where they have to save up. Heavy Haste does have about 6k and Coke with the 5k, so...
That's slipping away here, so now they're going to do the old Guardian eco, just have the glass cannon AWP happening and just see if he can do anything. Wow, it's slipping away, and I wish they would do something to get it back. Unfortunately, he has making the right call there to hit the top side after getting that 1 pick, knowing that the number advantage would be in their favour. And now they're just doing a hard top strat.
So this
the AWP's useless. You know, I don't recommend AWPing on Nuke really. In this situation, you can just see that AWP can't do anything if they hit that top site.
Again, Encore just making light work of the control boys, especially on the save round. We do see another round actually going towards Encore, but the next few buy rounds, it's going to be interesting to see what control actually do here. Whether they change up and maybe try out a complete
definitely change it up.
something.
Encore are now in a role. They've got the they've got everything going their way. The momentum. It's up to Control now to just say, look, what we're doing isn't working, and if they can identify that it's Soygood's pretty much useless outside late round, he needs to peek it, get the information, and then bail. If he's up ladder with that AWP, he might be devastating. You never know. I'm not seeing a lot of flashes coming in from Encore when they take the top site. Fake dance, harassing ramps at the start of the round. Maybe a good little aggressive push there by the ramps players just to get that easy, well, not easy, but that, you know, that frag there. Just work together. Something. They need to do something. Their first gun round, they wasted it because they just pushed everywhere and they didn't get any information as to how Encore were going to play for the rest of it. But now we see Encore coming in again for their top rush.
So here we go. Again, Encore with the aggressive push it up, but this is it. Control needs to pull something here. Fake down, getting the early frag. Once again,
through the smoke.
With the Molotov. Soygood with the shot through the smoke. With that off, Coke again picking up a frag. Encore just dropping like flies, and now we see a 1 versus 4 situation. Fake down, the last player alive. 2 HP with the bomb, and you could almost say, look, this is game over for Encore here. Fake down with 2 HP. You wouldn't expect him to pull off a miracle. He is hovering around the hut section, so it does seem... It looks like he might attempt it. No, he won't. He'll actually retreat
on a map
back.
like Nuke, I would not really think he could do something here. But great work there by Control. They've adapted instantly based off that last round. They saw the top rush coming. Soygood getting a nice headshot or nice kill through the smoke. You know, it's pretty good. Pretty lucky, but pretty good defense there from Control. Their top side up ladder player did really well. Stopped the bomb getting down. That changed everything. So yeah, it looks like Control's back in the driver's seat. Hopefully.
So look, Control pick up another round. 2-7 is the score here. They need this momentum shift in order to regain some rounds and actually put themselves in a better position for the next half. Otherwise, if they see Encore reaching, you know, another 2 or 3 rounds here, that could be quite devastating for Control's perspective, especially on the T side when this is supposedly supposed to be a CT side.
Oh, it looks like Encore did a bit of a top fake there. But yeah, Control all over it. Oh, Soygood with a pick outside as well. Through the smoke again? No, just outside.
No. That was just outside. He was out in the open. But anyways, like the reactions is just impeccable by Soygood as he picks up that frag. 4 versus 5. Encore now boxed out of trying to make any attempt to try and push into upper A. And we do see the control boys already lurking on top of the hut. But it seems to be a change of a course of direction here with Encore pushing through the ramps. Now Oxy's got a lot of work ahead of him with this, trying to hold out. Manages to fall back, so smart play there, trying to bait out the Encore boys. And Coke does have his position set up at the ladder base, so Encore now running out of options here, need to make a play. 44 seconds left on the clock. And from here on out, you'd suspect Encore trying to make a push into ramps, which they do. Oxy again around the radio room, manages to spot out one player, misses a couple of shots. Fake down, drop down to 7 HP. So I wonder if Oxy actually managed to pick up the bink, but on inertia. Nice shot onto Oxy, takes him out. Fake down with the trade, picks up Tsar, and now So Good with another off shot, but all over. Out of the end result here, Heavy H manages to pick up a frag, but again, Encore in a position 7 to oh, the nade!
Oh, everything is just going Control's way right now. Oh, excellent! Oh, that shot
comes out, and already we see Control Esports now firing up here, 3 rounds to 7. So this is actually good to see. So Good doing some decent damage there. I think that was 4 frags in the end of the round. He picked up with that AWP.
For all the good that Encore have done so far this game, they just got boxed in completely then. Control were in control that whole round. Oxy falling back from ramps, the boost up into rafters, stopping them, you know, from the potential of coming around under ladder. Control were in control that entire round. If they can keep that up for the rest of this half, 8-7, you know, maybe they can do something.
Oh, the spray down there from Soigo manages to take out Hasn't, drops inertia to 44 HP, so Encore in a bit of a pickle here. This is a Nico round, so they make their way down to Secret, but Coke actually sitting at the window stairs, picks up a second frag. Can he capitalize here and pick up the next 2 and make it a quadruple frag? As he's taken out. Now that is a nice shot from Chris so well, so that's opening a bit of a window of opportunity here for Encore to try and capitalize, but we do look at Control and the way they're set up here with the firepower advantage. It may prove all too much here for the Encore boys. They do hold themselves up, and again, Chris just trying to work out
what a shot.
Frag. That was a nice bink.
He's got the bink on him. Yeah. Let's look at the disciplined play from Control. I mean, Coke even tried to do it himself, but he just got shot through the door from that aggressive play from Chris. And, you know, the rest of these guys are just playing smart. The low HP guys are as far away as possible, and it's up to the rest now, and they know it.
26 seconds on the clock. Fake down does pick up a frag onto Tsar, so here we go. We do have a game on our hands in a 2 versus 3 situation. The Encore boys looking to press on into upper, but already So Good on the rotate to the ladder base. Is he able to pick up a frag? Heavy H gets one, goes down. Fake down, no. Oxy comes out.
Excellent round by Encore. Great round by Encore, though. They got the 3 frags they needed. They didn't get the bomb down, but it's still just another seesaw round. A seesaw round. Like
it is.
Coke takes 2, gets revenged, and then they just go from there.
Sniper with 4 to 7, and it's actually turning out to be a seesaw round. This could well and truly, we could see 8 to 7 in favour of Control Esports if they pick up the pace and continue this momentum. Fake down picking up the AWP. We may see a bit of an AWP battle again happening at Outers.
Yep, this is just Encore now. The second half of the game, the second half of this half rather, they're just adapting to something new now.
Wow, so Fake Down gets the frag onto Coke there, and the aggressive push from both Oxy and Coke.
Wow.
Coke being traded off. Those mollies going off and doing some damage, forcing Encore to go back. Now, Encore in a position to rotate them back out to Outers here, Sniper.
Oh, yeah, it's interesting. Like I was saying, you know, Fake Down picking up the AWP to adapt to Control adapted to their other game, and now look at this. You've got Control doing aggressive stuff on the ramps again, and it's just worked out perfectly. And they've rotated back to outside to make something happen. Soygood was all over it. Now in a battle with Fake Down, look at this, no fear, just re-peeking. Oh man, Controller back.
It's funny to see, we do see, like in the past games, we have seen a Control actually being down, and it looks like being down and out. Like Hellfire, for instance, and the Ultimo DC on Inferno, Hellfire were up something like 7 to 2, something like that. Control actually brought the game back and put it 8-7 at half time there. So look, we're seeing 5 to 7. Control Esports lifting their game here. Encore are now on the back foot. They do pick up 7 rounds though, so that is going to go. That's going to be extremely handy for Encore when they go into the second half. But Control Esports doing some really, really good work picking up the pace.
Let's see what Encore can do this round, because they might go back to their old top rush strat that worked for them. I think that's what they're going to do. Oh, they've been shut down by a molly and a smoke. But they're going to be rattled. If they don't win this round, they don't know what to do to win again.
Yeah, Control just varying up the positions and trying out new tactics as well. It's almost like it's on the fly here. Heavy H going big once more, gets the opening frag. Another good start to the Encore boys. These smokes and flashbangs being used, cutting off the Encore's vision and just holding up the pace, timing it out. You know, Control are actually in control of this game. Oxy copping damage. We do see action at the ramp section. Fake down was to drop down to 10 HP. Now falling back. Encore forced into a position here where they have to make a last minute attempt. Has actually doing damage.
Oh,
Takes out
excellent.
so good.
Yep.
Whoa.
Just doing something new, you know, something they haven't done before. Has getting up there, making his shots. So good re-peaking. That's sure if that's a great idea, but you know, in the heat of the moment, Has just had to make his shot, and he did. And credit to him.
Wow, Encore now pushing their way into ramps. So that pick it out has kind of diverted the Control boys from ramps and out repositioned themselves. Crystal picks up a frag onto Oxy, and we do see Heavy H once more doing some work for Control Esports. 2 versus 3. Inertia and Crystal, the last 2 players alive. Bomb is around the unders area. Coke takes out Crystal, goes big, picks up a second. That's another round to Control Esports.
Yep.
And we're in for a game. 6-7 is the score. Control have picked up their act. They've got their act together, and now they're bringing this game back.
Yep, so now it's up to Encore now to figure out what they're going to do on the next gun round. They could use this eco here, Inertia's armor and a P250 and a smoke grenade to get his money back in line with everyone else. So it's it's up to him now to make something happen with that smoke. Haz is going to put him in the spot where maybe they're going to do a hard ramps or something. Yeah.
Here we go. We actually are seeing a hard ramp. Oxy picks up 1, picks up 2. Can he pick up a 3rd here? The Molotov's going off. Coke doing some damage, and they're running into that Molotov. Oxy going big once more. And it's left up to Fake down, but Coke and Oxy completely decimating that push. And that is another good round for
just a
Control
standard
Esports.
anti-eco there by Control. Just doing the close smoke at ramps and just making the kids do all the hard work. At that point, you know, sometimes you've just got to cut your losses and cancel the strategy. You could see what Encore were going for there, just testing out ramps and then, you know, having that smoke for the bomb plant later on in the round. But I think Encore now, it might be back to a top rush.
Well, this is the last round. Fake Down picking up the AWP, so again we'll see a bit of an AWP battle. Who's going to come out on top this time around with Soygood already in a good position here to hold that outer line. Sa around the annex, spots one in hard, mate. Sends a few shots up. Oh, Blackout drop down to 6 HP. Chriso and Fake Down combined up, take out Soygood. It proved all too much for him. And now Encore in a last round attempt to try and pick it up. 2 versus 5. Fake Down picks up a frag on the Coke, and now Heavy H lurks surrounded in the A bomb site. Does get 1, goes down. Oxy versus 3. Ben picks up 1, digs another, but goes down as well. Encore.
Great round.
What a round that was to finish off the first half, and we do see the score 8-7 in favour of Encore. This is actually a close game.
Look, I don't know how Has managed to call something like that, or if it was just an American base off that first pick, but excellent round there by Encore. Going back to what was working for them earlier on in the half, just the fast aggressiveness, really, you know, catching Control off guard and, you know, stopping any sort of rotating. It's just getting the picks straight up and just, you know, they were pretty much all out of position, so credit to Encore there.
That was absolutely, yeah, exactly, man. It's a good round to Encore, the way they changed up and, you know, last minute decision to push the site. But look at this, Control have actually, you know, this is the piss around the second half in, and Control have decided to go a hard ramp straight down the under.
Yep.
No fear whatsoever, a minute 20 on the clock, that doesn't matter. The Control boys are already taking complete control of B site. Has picks up a frag, Oxy going big.
The TK.
Wow, Fake Down as well. Picks up a second, and now Control in a position on a bit of a back foot. That nade going up, is that going to do any damage? No, it won't. Control
the clocks.
to tell another tail.
Oh, man, that was chaos. You got Encore setting up for the, you know, normal strat of everyone going outside. They're ready. They're waiting for them to come down secret stairs. And then you've just got Control just going back to a really odd strategy that's just booked Encore's strat so badly and getting the ramps control and then using their manpower to get that back events area, all 5 of them. You know, and then the chaos at the end there, basically just coming down to some really good headshots with the Glock and getting that bink on. You know, Encore didn't stand a chance after that. It was just, there's just no way to predict that.
I think it's just great all-around counter-strike by these two teams. I mean, it's good to see top level teams actually like displaying this much skill and this much power towards against each other. You know, anything can happen, and it's so hard to predict, which makes the game extremely exciting to watch. And we do see again Control buying up some cheap guns, Sar hanging around the back of the vent, takes that fake down with without him knowing that. Control in a good position at the moment to try and capitalize on this round, but
no, this is very dangerous. Encore here have got the armor, the OP guns. They're just mowing down the T's. They were set up underneath already. It's looking really bad for Control, actually. They just need to regroup, regather their composure, find that bomb wherever it is, and, you know, go somewhere together, because these Encore players, like I said before, they're split up now in their clutch. Oh, Oxy with that shot onto Blackout, that's going to help them so much, and now it's a 3 versus 1, so yeah, it's in Control's favour.
Oh, that nade launched by
Haz, get out of there. Yep, so Haz's job now is just to get out of there and just save that pistol, save that armor for next round.
So another good round to Control, but actually Encore did pretty good as well to pick up a couple of guns, so not bad.
Yep. Yeah, Encore have done excellent here. If Haz can just get one more, that's all he needs to do, and it needs to be someone who had a. That's good. That's good. That was just an MP7. Now, if you can get one more, they're all low HP. I don't think Haz really knows this. Oh, bad luck. Yeah, he did really well then, I reckon.
So Encore actually doing pretty well for themselves in that second round. Basically, Control losing about 3 players towards the end. And the money situation, Cypher, it's actually not that great on Control's behalf, you know. I mean, losing a couple of guns that round, it's going to affect him quite badly. So Encore could actually pull away with a surprise win in this round.
Yep.
And again,
I think they've learnt their lesson now, though, as well. I don't think they're going to rush in like they did before. They're going to get some information before they go somewhere. They've got the more expensive weapons on the 3rd round, like I was saying before, and they've got that info outside with Oxy on the cheap buy, and they're just making a move from that. So Oxy, now it's up to you just to have some fun, get some eco frags. He only gets 1, unfortunately, but it's no real big deal. We know Encore don't have armor.
Wow, so we do see the rotation from Encore to try and retake, in an attempt to try and retake B side, but again, Control are just picking up the pace here with those 2 frags there. Now puts Encore in a 2 versus 4, and again, I think Encore would probably set up for these exit frags. This is more common by a lot of the teams here. Blackout drops to vent with that MP7, trying to pick up a surprise frag, but is quite unsuccessful, and now left up to Inertia. So it's up to him to pick up the last remaining players, and this is actually a pretty cool spot where he is.
Yeah, it is. I mean, look, you've got to give Control a bit of respect here and say they're not going to give away a frag to a USB somewhere around the map by themselves, you know. So it was really good disciplined play by Encore just to keep their weapons.
So, okay, look, we go into the buy round. Control in a good position to try and win out some more rounds. 10-8 is the score. Control in the lead here. Encore have also brought up. This is going to be interesting to see what Encore do. They don't have any AWPs for an outer's kind of hold here. So are they going to double up with the rifles, or they're just going to play close quarter combat?
I don't know. It looks like they're going to do the opposite to what Control did and play their own game this round and just sit back and just see what happens. Have some faith in their solid defense, you know.
Yep. Oh, Crystal picks up a frag. Can he get a second? No. Soygood and Sar doing some heavy damage onto A side and already making a move. And out of nowhere, Encore just dropped like flies. And the situation is now 2 versus 1. Sar picks up a nade kill at the crow section. Inertia lurking around the catwalks and unders. Well, I don't think he predicted the movement, but...
No!
Whoa, Inertia!
Oh, what a round. I mean, Encore just setting up, doing their own thing, and then Control going for that Annex rush. I can't remember what they used to call it. Pearl, I think. And then, you know, it was just tit for tat, and then somehow the 3rd player coming around, Annex, didn't get the kill on that one guy who gets 2 in the back, and you know, dropping down unders, and it just looked like Control just lost it for a second there and panicked, and Inertia was there ready to rotate, and it just worked out perfectly for him.
Inertia went big and picked up the last 2 frags and completely destroyed Control's opportunity of trying to win that round. So again, Control in a position to try and win out some more, but no, Crystal goes 1, 2, 3.
Jeez,
Takes
Chris!
out the Control boys. Crystal with the 4th. Can he get the ace? And in this round here, Oxy, the last player remaining, lurking around Warehouse, and Crystal just went absolutely nuts with that from Mars. What a round it was for the Encore boys. All together, 10-9. Oxy in a 1 versus 4, hovering around. A minute left on the clock. This is do or die for Oxy here as he manages to take out a frag, pick up a frag onto Blackout. Now 1 versus 3. And the Encore boys do have complete control of the bomb, so this is going to prove extremely difficult for Oxy to try and make something out of this round. As the smoke goes off into Annex, and in this sort of position, you might think that Oxy would actually try and opt to save. It's going to stay alive here. Does get spotted out from the crow's nest, so Encore boys know exactly where he is. And it's good play here from the Encore guys as well. They're not actually pushing out trying to hunt him down, you know. They're just holding it, like hopping around, timing the round out, just, you know, staying close to that bomb, not allowing Oxy having to have any chances of trying to win this round. So we should see the scores actually leveling up here, 10-10. What a big round that was from Encore, and Chris O'Well with the 4 frags.
Yeah, definitely. Chris O then the man of the round, honestly. I wish I saw those frags from his point of view. I like that he's on the hunt now. See, when there was 50 seconds left, you could see the glint in his eye. He just wanted to go for it. He got to that first frag, and unfortunately, no one else, you know, very disciplined play by Encore, and they've just timed out Oxy there, so he's had no option but to save the weapon. He doesn't get any money, but he'll be in line with the rest of his teammates because he had a bit of money saved up, so that's the reason for him to save there. If he was on the 0 cash, then he had no option but to save, and then he still would have been in line with his teammates. But this way, they've got an AK for the next round. They've all got the same cash, and it's up to Oxy now. See what he can do.
Here we go. Control Esports now regrouping up in the lobby area, and Encore press on here. 10-10 is the score. Control got away there for a second, but Encore bringing this back, and again, the ball's into Control's court. We do see Coke just lurking around the outer section here, just trying to get some intel happening, and Encore playing extremely defensive. We got Chris Crystal now.
He's gonna.
Oh, Oxy goes down that yellow. Crystal picks up the frag and fake down, lurking around that close annex section. Takes out Coke, and all of a sudden Control are into a last desperate attempt here, trying to make a move onto Rams. And Inertia goes blind, manages to cock up the second frag, but thanks up for it with the pistol. So gets away pretty lucky there, but
good work by Encore there. Fake Dan, just not sure why he was so aggressive outside, but you know, he got the information the guy was on yellow, called for the rotate help from a teammate because of his position being a bit risky. So Chris has come out, gone to help, and you can just see Control just right off the round and say, okay, let's just try and get a bomb plant somewhere. And Ramps is already on lockdown with the crossfire there, so just a standard round coming out from everyone, but good work nonetheless by Encore to take it out.
So in this sort of round now, Control Esports once again buy up the AKs and trying to do a bit of a split pick. So a lot of this is just trying to read off as much intel as they can before making a decision. But again, Chris O'Well lurking around the top of Catwalk, picks up the frag onto Oxy, spots one hiding into the smoke that takes out.
Great timing by Chris.
Whoa, Chris O'Well, unreal, picks up the second frag onto Kai. And again, Control in a bit of a pickle here. Soigo trying to make something happen at Rams. Inertia under the pump, falls back, trying to hold off this aggressive Control push, and they do make their way into Rams. Again, the spot at elbow there. Chris O'Well copies some damage as well. So a 3 versus 5. Encore now slowing up the pace once again against Control. And we do see the slow push happening into Rams with Soigo trying to pick up that frag. Gets taken out by Inertia. So here we go, stepping up to the plate. Can he pick up the next 2 frags? Fake down in Inertia. Too strong in the end with that crossfire. Fake down with the flank there. And again, Control see themselves into an eco round. 10-12 is the score. Encore.
Yeah, they're on the back foot now, but you've got to think it was 7-1 at one point. You know, they've done well to come back and get it even, and now they've just got to make sure that it doesn't slip away. Encore with a great round that time, just getting every single pick. Control just running out of players in the end. So the goal for this round again, just to get the bomb down, cause some damage to their economy. And Encore has worked up quite a cash bonus there, so looks like they're just going to try and get down ghetto stairs. Strangely uncontested this time, I don't know why, but Encore have opted for more of a top-heavy defense. So they've actually, if you have a look at this, they've come downstairs, they've got a lot of damage onto the other players, and now it's all left up to Saar. Now he's got this new gun. If he's picked up an AK, this is now a doable round. He doesn't have armor, but all the CTs remaining are on low HP. It's up to Fake Down and Inertia just to hold back and use Chris and Blackout for information. And then Blackout, like I was saying, gets taken down with the low HP. It's not that bad, and now these other two guys can come in and mop it up on the full HP.
Chris dropped down to 13 HP, made the smart move to actually fall back to unders as well and trying to play an extremely, not extremely, but a more defensive line and have a better opportunity of actually staying alive and trying to capitalize on it.
Control will be kicking themselves when they see that low HP. It's every man's nightmare.
Sniper has brought out the Duck. So are we going to see a bit of carnage happening from the big man himself here at other outers or ramp? So I'll try and get some little bit of intel for you. He's actually sitting at the top of Crows with the Duck. So Control actually opt to push into uppers. It's going to prove costly for him. Or even outers here. Has lurking around top of Catwalk. Control just trying to play it safe. Oh, is Has going to get taken out? Yes, he does.
Yes, he does.
Corey picks up the frag and gets immediately traded off here by Chris, and Oxy now takes out Chris, and all of a sudden tables of turn. Controller back in the game in a 4 versus 3, and Heavy H gets aggressively pushed by Fake Down, being taken out of the picture. So good lurking around Radio. This Fake Down doesn't make the move into Radio and doesn't catch off any of the Control boys, so a lucky break there for Soygood as he does take out Inertia. Now Control having complete momentum have taken ramps and pushed into the big bomb site. Blackout out of the picture. Fake Down the last one alive. He's managed to push himself into unders and will be taken out. With the surprise frag against Saar, it looked like it was going to be game on there, but no.
Man, it just looks like Control are just constantly learning from their mistakes in this one game. This round, they take it slow outside. They get all the smokes are up, and now they know that how Encore are playing on those rafters. Has doesn't even get to take a shot. You know, Oxy taking him out. Great round by Oxy there. I mean, he was patient, he lurked the stairs perfectly, and then they got the entry frag running through a smoke on Inertia. So it's just perfect round by Control that round.
We won't count Encore out just yet. Now look at this, a bit of a surprise aggressive push here into Radio. Does pay off with Soygood being taken out of the picture. Saar with the trade though. We do see this player ratio as 4-4, and again, it's still danger territory for Encore here. So we do see shots fired and Inertia drop down to 46 HP. Control just holding up, slowing the pace down. Bomb being dropped down into Radio. So here we go. Control now have to work out how to retake that bomb when you've got all the Encore boys swarmed all over it.
This will be really interesting. This will definitely show their 1.6 experience here. What you've got to do sometimes when your bomb gets cut off like this, you just got to cut your losses and just say, look, how can we get around thinking that the CTs are just going to be so focused on that bomb? And that's exactly it. Coke's worked his way outside. He's got to pick, and now look at this. They think they're going to get pincered. They've got to make a move. Fake Down holds his ground though and gets a great shot. Kills Oxy, but then gets traded nicely by Heavy H, and that's what you need. Oh, look at that. 1.6 experience, the composure. We talk about it all the time. Not panicking and just knowing what to do in every situation. The bomb is cut off. There's 2 guys standing on it. What do we do? Well, we're not going to run through a smoke and try and get it. Let's use the time, use our numbers advantage now around the map, use the control, and then bang, 2 picks. The pincers happening, the CTs panic, they move around, and it's game over. Control, excellent retake there from being a man down.
There was some big players actually made by Coke as well, who actually put Control in a good position to capitalize on that round. Has did drop out, but now he's back and kicking, so we should see this game actually unpause in a split second. Encore, the money situation, they do have Fake Down with 8 grand there with Inertia 6.9 in the bank. Question is, what are they going to do with this? We do see Fake Down opting to buy Silence M4, so...
Yeah, interesting here that Fake Down buys the M4 when he could buy AWP. We've all seen what Fake Down can do with the AWP, but then again, being nuke, you're off. There's not much you can do if a smoke gets laid down, so it's really interesting to see where Fake Down goes with this. He's got a defuse kit, Chris has a defuse kit. It's all about just getting their money in line at the moment.
We do see the yellow boost from Coke, so Encore opting to try. We do see Chris actually pushing into unders as well and trying to hover around vents, so maybe we might see a bit of a setup on A a retake on a site rather than the unders here. We do see also Inertia taking note, hovering around Crow, spots out one. Whoa, big dink onto
Right
Sada,
dink.
drops him down to 37 HP. Crystal been given the intel and gets even more information by pushing up Ghetto Stairs. And now with Encore in the know where Control is, it's all up to Control to try and make something happen. They do pick up the frag on Has. And remember, this is a bit of a split eco with Fake Down, the only one with the Silence M4. If Encore have any chance of winning this round, it's going to be Fake Down trying to pick up 1 to 2 frags at least. With he does manage to pick up the first frag, picks up a second, and this is what we're talking about. Picks up a third, and all of a sudden, tables are turned once again. Oxy is there to pick up the pace once more for his team here. And a 1 versus 2 situation, Coke and Oxy, the last 2 players remaining, Inertia City on 5 HP, with just a simple PT50, has been spotted around the Annex area, will be taken out. But my Encore.
Man, what a round.
quarters.
Oxy is stepping up, and Coke definitely doing what needed to be done right there, getting those low HP kills. He didn't have his gun out, but, he just somehow managed to pull through. Encore making hard work of this game. You see Chris last round dropping out, had no cash whatsoever, but it looks like he's got the buy up now from Inertia, who dropped him a gun, I suppose. And now we got Encore ready to say, look, no more rounds. Let's go back to what we were doing.
Completely agree with that statement, and again, 2 at the ramp with Encore boys hovering around. It looks as if there might be about 3 at uppers this time here with no one at the outer section. The squeaky door's been blown here. Chriswell getting some intel, spotting one at the squeaky line, and that player actually falling back here, so Encore led to believe that it's a complete lobby stack. But look at this, no one holding outers and actually spotting outers exactly. We see Control boys making quite good use of this. And push themselves into unders. We're going to see.
I can't believe it. Fake Dan has just not got a kill for the first time in this match. Like, he just saw Coke with a Molotov out, and he's gotten away with it.
Oh,
so lucky. Now Heavy H gets to pick on the rotator.
So here we go. Now Control in a bit of a position here that can actually catch Encore off quite a bit. Encore actually not knowing what's going on. Christabel going back into uppers. Control making the move into unders. And the vet play, Coke picks up Fake Dan, and look at this, Heavy H makes his way into unders, Inertia taking out picks, and Christabel just finds this out a bit too late here, dropped down 8 HP, now taking out Control.
Control take the lead. Again.
14 to 13. And out of nowhere, Encore on the back foot once more in a bit of a saver. And again, we do see Fake Dan opting to have that Silence M4, and it did almost pay off for Encore. Will it will it work this time here? No, we do see Encore opting to go complete force. Yeah.
Around. It was just a perfect strategy by Control. We've seen it time and time again in Europe. You get the players downstairs holding control of the back area, stopping any rotations, and then you get through to ramp. And they got that early pick, and they got under, and you just knew that there was nothing the CTs could do. If they went down that vent and tried to come out the back end, he was all over it. So excellent work, Control. Everything going their way just then. Just really, you could say unlucky by Encore, but what was winning those rounds before was their out control. They didn't let them downstairs. As soon as they've started letting them out, bad things have happened to Encore's score.
Exactly, and I think when the Encore boys actually watch this VOD here, they'll take note of this, but here we go. Control have gone for a complete up attack. The smokes and flashbangs once again in place here. Heavy H picking up a frag, picking up 2 frags, start picking up another.
Come on, Fake Dan, you need to get one.
And now it's in Inertia in a 1 versus 4, and the pressure's going to be on the man himself once more. Again, Control are doing so well here. Inertia lurking will get taken out by Coke.
Man.
Unfortunate. Coke sitting on 2 HP. How did he manage to survive that?
Encore are going to need a miracle now. That round, they were all set up ready for the top rush. I don't think Control's done a top rush so far this game, and it really, you could just see it, just caught them off guard. Chris Al usually dominates that top rush, but this time he didn't have the money, and they'll be kicking themselves. If they just had the money, they knew that that's something that they can hold off, but because they didn't have anything at their disposal, bang, Control saw the opportunity, seized.
Damn, so now we're seeing 15 to 13 in Twitch viewers. What a game it has been. If you've been here throughout the whole duration, you'll know exactly where myself and Sniper are coming from. This game has just been up and down between both teams here. We see the scores 15 to 13, and Encore been trailing here by 2 rounds, and they need to do something. I mean, they've gone for the complete for mask buy, but that's not going to do a lot here. On Control with the AK buy have clearly got the firepower advantage as well as the armor. The head armor, so I mean the FAMASas can only do so much towards the head. You know, a couple of binks there, and that's it. They're finished off. But
yeah, you're right, but don't rule Encore out yet. We saw yesterday that they can really come back from anything. Or sorry, rather on Sunday, they can come back from anything. A FAMAS is not the worst weapon. You saw Chris get 3-4 frags with it.
That's true. That is
So
true.
they really do not rule Encore out. Look at this, Chris again, bang. He's got the positioning down pat. They're holding outside now.
Chris goes a second frag, takes out Oxy, and all of a sudden, Encore back in the game in a 3 versus 5, and Control, like you just stated, Sniper, don't count Encore out, and you're exactly right on that statement. Fake down, picks up a frag, picks up a second. The train is just failing here at the top of Crows. Heavy Haze does manage to take out Fake down, but left on 10 HP, he has got nothing else but to try and make a play. Oh, Has picks up the frag, and now we're seeing 15 and 14. Encore in a better position to try and upgrade here, which they should do. And Control are now going all out in this last round. Will we? I'm wondering if there's actually any.
Look, don't take the spotlight. Don't take the spotlight off Control now. They've just got no idea what they're going to do. If they want to risk this last round doing what worked, or do they want to just sit back and play it safe? It looks like they're opting to sit back and play it safe. So before they did a top rush, and Encore didn't have much, and it paid off for them. This time now they're just taking it slow. It'll be interesting to see if they take the out control late in the round, or what happens here. I'm actually going to put my money on Encore for this round.
Alrighty, so here we go. Sniper backing Encore up in this last round. Control Esports. Once again, we do see a bit of a 3-2 split with the Oxy and I think it's Coat combination. And out is here. Coat picks up the first frag onto Christopher.
Very
taken
important.
Taken out of the picture. And like Sniper just stated, very, very, very big pick. And this has allowed Control to actually capitalize. Now we've got a window of opportunity, and Heavy H making short work of Has. Encore on the back foot, 3 versus 5, but they do have a couple of Control boys actually on some relatively low HP, so this is quite winnable and changeable here for Encore's perspective. Oxy picks up a frag, takes out Blackout. Inertia remaining at the underside.
no.
He taken out by Heavy H. That is game over. Control are your winners here in tonight's second game, 16 to 14. Encore, you got to feel for the boys here as they just miss out just by a nail bite. And Control doing extremely well to make a big comeback in that first half on CT side.
Look, I don't want to sound like I was wrong and I'm sad about it, but wow. Control, they didn't have anything at the start of that round. They just were doing a nice slow strategy. And we saw, as soon as we saw the late outtake, again, with no one watching it except for Chris Al in the staircase, and, as soon as they got Chris Al, I wanted to say, okay, it's game over. And then they got Has, and we just thought, hang on a second, it's exactly the same as the other rounds where they got the out control, they got the ramp pick, and you just knew from then on it was game over. And it was just really unfortunate for Encore. They played so well, and then for Control just to know that there's that weakness in their defense and to capitalize on it, man, such a good round by Control. And I think, props goes out to them for winning that, and their caller, pat on the back. I reckon that's a great call to make. And it's just, if you look at this last 3 kills, you got Blackout behind the box, doesn't make a frag. You've got another guy in top site in case they went up the ladder. He rotates into his own death. And then you've got, I think Inertia was in the toxic barrels, and there was really nothing that Encore could do in that round except for coming down the vents and getting some control again. And there was no way they were going to get it turtling positions in the sites. They needed to go back of vents and fight head on, and then stop the plant from those side doors at the window. It was pretty much the only way that Encore could bring that round back after losing Chris out early and Has early at ramps. So outnumbered the whole time that last round, and just great work by Control. You got to give it to them.
Definitely, I couldn't agree more, Sniper. I mean, the way that Control played that split outer pick, it paid off. Like the thing is, Control actually held up at lobby as well and waited for an aggressive push from one of the Encore boys. Sensing that Has was going to make that play, which it did happen. Heavy H picked up the frag, and that enabled Control to actually just push ramps with that, with knowing that there was going to be no one else to flank them. So big props to them. But wow.
So what does
what a
that mean
game.
for the rest of the tournament?
Well, okay, look. We do have, I think it's just the 2 rounds that we're going to be played tonight, and then the next 2 are actually going to be played on Thursday, this Thursday. So, unfortunately, as well, this Thursday I'm going to be at work, so I'm not going to be able to make an appearance here. So, unfortunately, I won't be shoutcasting those 2 games, which sucks. Just put simply, does suck. But yeah, look. We're gonna finish up here for tonight, guys. That was it. We do appreciate you guys actually tuning in tonight for both games. And look, big props to Encore there. Control there for the win. Big shout outs to the Vox Eminor guys for running this competition, and an even bigger shout out to Netgear, the sponsors for this competition. You know, once again, these comps wouldn't be happening if you guys weren't jumping on board with us, so we do appreciate that. A massive shout out to you, Sniper, for joining me on the commentary desk. It was an absolute pleasure and a privilege to actually get some insight as well from coming from an international pro. Like, I do appreciate that. And once again, sign up for all the productions he's been doing, the effort he's been putting into his streams here to bring out the best quality and production for CS:GO matches. You know, thank you, and big shout out to you guys for tuning in. You know, showing the support. It means a lot to us, and we enjoy doing this for you guys. So yeah, thank you very much.
No worries, mate. And I think you guys are doing great work as well. So great things for the community, and yeah, look forward to the next cast.
Definitely. We'll keep you as a prime option for sure, Sniper.
Just want to add in some.
Any shout outs? No.
No, I just want to put in some last words, of course, before we sign off for the night. Thanks everyone tuning in. Of course, thanks to Matt and Sniper as well, giving up their valuable time for you guys, and of course, a big shout out to Vox Eminor for hosting the event. And as Matt said earlier on, wouldn't be made possible without the help and support from Netgear. So a big shout out to all of them guys. But that's it for us. The VODs will be up on au.cybergamer.com later on tonight, so check that out as well. But that's it from Team Down TV tonight, guys. Thank you very much, and we'll catch you next time.